Hello everybody, this is Hollywood Joe from Hollywood's World of Sports, coming to you tonight to talk to you about the big trade everybody's talking about that went down Thursday night between the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets. And I gotta tell you, it's probably one of the dumbest moves that I've ever seen made in my life, and I'll tell you why. The Celtics gave up Jason Terry, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett to the Brooklyn Nets. But this is what the Celtics got in return. Chris Humphries, Gerald Wallace, Chris Joseph, Marshawn Brooks, Keith Bogans, and 3 first-round picks in 2014, 2016, and 2018. So essentially, they traded 8 players for 3. And I gotta tell you, this is probably one of the most absurd things I've ever heard of. You know, I have nothing but respect for Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Jason Terry. And I'm so glad that Brooklyn made this deal and not the Clippers, because the Clippers were in the running for these 3 guys, especially with Doc Rivers becoming their new head coach. But I gotta tell you, people think, oh, well, the Nets are going to be able to beat the Heat now, and the Nets got a killer starting lineup, and, you know, their starting lineup is projected to be Joe Johnson, Darren Williams, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Brook Lopez. And, you know, it sounds great in the short run for maybe a year or 2, but I don't understand for the life of me how that is going to help the future. In my opinion, the Brooklyn Nets have just destroyed their future because Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Jason Terry are at the tail ends of their careers. They are getting past their prime. They are running out of gas in the tank. Use any paraphrase, use any analogy you want, but that is what's going on. And like I said, I am so thankful because the Clippers have a good young nucleus, and I really like watching the Clippers. Just from a purely basketball fan point of view, I'm not going to say they're my favorite team because they're not. But the Clippers have a lot of great young talent, like you know, Bledsoe and DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin. I know they're trying to re-sign Chris Paul and possibly land Dwight Howard, but I mean, I understand they're trying to ship Bledsoe out for a better point guard, but I mean, you still got great talent on the Clippers. And I don't understand for the life of me why anybody would ever take this trade for Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Jason Terry. It just makes no sense to me whatsoever. And it's funny, I'm sure you heard No Sleep Till Brooklyn playing in the background. It should be titled No Sleep in Brooklyn, because Brooklyn's future just got shattered. Okay, like I said, this all sounds great on paper right now because Paul Pierce and Jason Terry and Kevin Garnett, they're still very relevant. But in 2 years from now, what's going to happen? The Nets are going to have nobody, and they would have wasted some really young talent to get these 3 guys. I mean, like I said, essentially 8 players they gave up to get these 3 guys. So, I mean, Brooklyn Nets, if you win a championship this year or even next year, good luck to you. But where's that going to get you? 3 to 4 to 5, even 10 years down the road. How's that going to help you in the long run? I would have understood getting like younger talent like Rajon Rondo or somebody that's still in their prime, but like I said, thank God the Brooklyn Nets made this trade and not the Clippers, because I think a lot more people would be criticizing this trade if the Clippers would have given up everything that Boston wanted them to. So basically, this is what I think of what the Brooklyn Nets have done. Flushing it right down the toilet. And if I was a Boston Celtics fan, and I'm not, because I absolutely hate the Boston Celtics with a passion, except for a couple other times, I would be so happy right now. I would just be, I don't know. This is what I would be doing if I was a Boston Celtic fan looking at this trade. Yeah, laughing hysterically. I mean, like, it's just absolutely ridiculous that I'm baffled over it. So as a Clippers fan that enjoys watching the LA Clippers, watch them play basketball, because like I said, I respect the hell out of Blake Griffin, and I think he's one hell of a basketball player. I'm so glad that the Brooklyn Nets saved the Los Angeles Clippers from making this trade. So, like I said, this is just a rant, I'm sure a lot of people will probably disagree with me, especially the people that hate the Miami Heat and who want to see the Brooklyn Nets beat the Miami Heat now. So, good luck. That's all I'm going to say. Don't be surprised if you have multiple injuries because of their old age. So, with that being said, enough of my rant on the Brooklyn Nets Boston Celtics trade. This is Hollywood Joe from Hollywood's World of Sports, remembering, as always, controversy doesn't come without criticism.